Prateek Srivastava, the founder and CEO at DroneAcharya Aerial Innovations, as well as Amit Mahajan, director at Paras Defense, joins us on the show to talk to us about that. Hi, gentlemen. Thank you so much for making time and speaking with us. Amit, wanted to begin by asking you about your exposure to drones, if at all any. And with respect to this Prime Minister's visit coming in for the United States, what is the incremental benefit that you see for the defense sector?
Firstly, thank you for having us on the show. Yes, the drone technology is quite diverse. It's not just one drone that will satisfy any and every application that a drone can satisfy. So there are multiple technologies. Some technologies are very well established in India. And there are some technologies where we can look at US and maybe look at collaborating with US companies to enhance our drone and the defense that we can do using drones. So yes, it's a good thing to look up to.
Prateek, I don't think one can really deny that the possibilities within this sector are immense. But tell me, what is the size of the drone industry in India currently? And what's the visibility purely in terms of numbers? How much can it multiply by in the next few years to come?
So first of all, the entire industry can be, let's say, divided into two segments. One is defense and second is the civilian side. So defense takes the major chunk of that. So as per some of the reports, it is close to $1 billion right now, and it is only going to go manifold from here. So aim is, if the aim is to have India as a global hub by 2030, we are looking at really big numbers.
Right, indeed. Amit, would you like to add to that as to what's the visibility, how big the industry could get in next, 2 to 5 years?
EY and FICCI, they made a report on this, and you'll be surprised that they revised their report in a year's time, and the growth rate was quadrupled or was exponentially mentioned there. And you can look at right now they are saying 1 billion. But it's going to be in multifolds, like Prateek said. I think drone is going to revolutionize the way we work and the way things are done at various levels, say from power line inspection to mining inspection to construction inspections to agriculture to defense. There are so many applications where drone can make a huge difference. Currently, no human can do it. So let the new technology take over.
Amit, there would also be a huge opportunity stemming from the import ban list as well, right? Over and above the domestic programs.
Lists will further solidify not just drone technologies, but there are a lot of technologies which are being homegrown, currently do not have that visibility, but the moment the opportunity of the buyer is with the domestic industry, I think the domestic industry is going to mushroom into a big industry. The import ban list, what it does is it enables the buyer to look inwards, to look at domestic players and then nurture them, develop them into a world-class company. So that is what is happening with all the manufacturing companies in India.
Prateek, the government's framework to procure drones for commercial purposes also seems to be in the works, and also, making India a hub for drones. What is your view on the overall numbers that we may be looking at in the years to come?
So first thing, the Honorable IT Minister, what he just said about, let's say, changing the overall involvement from TOT, transfer of technology, to co-development. So that is going to bring a few more technology or niche technology to India as well. So currently, if we are just looking at, let's say, just 3 or 4 sectors, primarily, let's say, agriculture taking the biggest pie. But as already Amit has mentioned, that mining is taking over road transportation. So there are overall 30 plus industries which are, let's say, using drones in an extensive way. So we are looking at manifold. Again, I can't put a number to this, but overall number of industries are increasing. And as rightly mentioned by Amit, this was an option, let's say, a few years back. But now this is more of a dependence on this technology, which is pretty limited by human intervention.
Prateek, but just to tap into this opportunity, what kind of additions you are expecting with respect to your institutes going forward? What's the plan with respect to future investments and expansions?
So currently, till last year, we were focusing more just on training. We just had 2 centers, and we were focusing on services as well. But this year onwards, we are getting into manufacturing, and of course, in-house manufacturing, but also getting some international niche technology to India as well, and getting them type certified and catering to the Indian market. Along with that, we are also focusing on some franchisee model. So we would like to have around 25 centers across India, so that we should be able to at least churn out around 5,000, 6,000 pilots per year on a optimistic way. So this is the aim, what we're looking for.
Amit, is it as simple as it looks, or would you say that this will require a huge sort of tech as well as investment challenge?
We kind of underestimating what knowledge base we have in India. It is challenging from the scale of it, not from the technology perspective. So what we need to be ready with is our mindset, our processes, and our ability to scale up. I think if we are ready with that, sky is the limit. We have the necessary know-how, we have the necessary skill set to build and develop a technology base for a drone industry. But what we need to do is we need to become world ready. And that kind of mindset, I think, is getting developed every day. And I'm sure in the very short future, we will be ready for that.
Amit, talking about your company as a whole, you have been talking about a 40% growth in terms of revenue, right? Going forward, what kind of contribution can come from drones? And is that 40% growth guidance on track?
The 40% growth guidance is on track. Drone will start contributing to the parent company in the next couple of years. What also will start contributing will be our anti-drone subsidiary. Because anti-drone, as the advent of drone becomes stronger, you will there will be a strong requirement for anti-drone systems. And we are already investing a lot on the anti-drone systems. We are developing cutting-edge anti-drone solutions. So I think that also will start contributing around 3 years from now.
So when you're saying 40% is on track, so can I expect that it can be at least 40 to 45%? You can better that number as well. And secondly, with respect to the order inflows, what's the expectation for the entire year?
So I would still want to be conservative. You saying 40, 45, I'm saying 35, 40. Okay. So let me surprise you guys. But on the order book, we're going very strong with the order book. We are anywhere between 550 to 600 crores worth of orders, and opportunities which is in the funnel is at least 2.5x. So things are going very, very good.
And just to wrap up the conversation, Prateek, from your end, what's the expectation for growth when it comes to DroneAcharya as well, in terms of the top line, the margin profile for the year, and what would it mean for the bottom line then?
So our last year was good. We did 400% growth, although the yardstick was pretty small. But we would like to continue with the 300% year-on-year growth, both on the revenue as well as on PAT. So that's the numbers we're looking at.
Okay, on that note, gentlemen, we let you go, Amit as well as Prateek. Thank you so much for talking to us and telling us what lies ahead for the drone industry as well.